Trips awakening, y'all will feel my ancient signals, one within the universe and universes inside of me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just want to tell y'all that some of the comments that I read, like it touches me. Like it really touches me because we have that special connection, and some of y'all experience certain things that I experience. So I appreciate y'all. Like I just want y'all to know this, and I mean this. You know, this is from my heart. Y'all leave comments like every video that I upload, and I appreciate that, y'all. It's an honor, like really, to connect with y'all. Yeah, we in this together. Some of us, anyway. Some of us, we in this together. We. Just the comments, y'all. The comments that, some of y'all's comments be touching my heart, and and a lot of y'all be thanking me. Thank y'all. It's oh wow. Uh, you know, y'all great. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. So who wants to fly off of this realm with Trip? Put your phones on vibrate. Put that do not disturb sign on that door. Because I'm about to take us up out of here with this one, y'all. When some of y'all, y'all found out that Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, George Washington, their stories was, y'all found that out was a bunch of mess. And then I even did a video a long time ago. I said, y'all go buy certain images, that I feel like that George Washington character, that was, all of that was just a bunch of mess. I felt like that was like basically a picture with certain symbols and there was a curse attached to that, and then they put it on, the illusion money. Just like, the Thomas Jeffersons. Y'all get like the paintings of that, The list goes on. So my question is, if y'all know that was a bunch of mess, like the stories about Christopher Columbus and, some of these war stories, about the Civil War and all of that stuff, and I put that out there. I said, this is me. I said, I think that, of course, the physical bodies, got destroyed. I felt like they send certain individuals, they made up these stories. That's the reason why I said certain things are connected. Like, certain planets are connected. Like, y'all call them countries. I feel like they send the soldiers out there to destroy them. Basically, they don't give a fuck about the physical body. So they want to tear them down on so many different levels. Okay, now, they was like, we can get rid of them, have them fighting for some illusion story. And they thinking they protecting certain other things, or they send them to different types of missions. And I'm doing this on a spiritual level. They send them on different types of missions, like in other worlds and other planets that y'all can't see with the physical eye. Just basically using them like just for lab rats. So when it comes to that, them stories, see, some of y'all didn't put them together. and his story, that's a bunch of mess to me. So my question is, how come y'all believe these slave stories? If some of this stuff is a bunch of mess, and how come y'all believe the slave stories? Y'all go by the images and different photos and stuff. And to me, that got a spell behind it. Certain photos got a spell attached to it, certain energy attached to it to set y'all back and hypnotize some of y'all. And some of y'all are under that spell. To me, I feel like y'all disrespecting the ones before y'all. Y'all calling them slaves. And slaves, to me, that's a programming word. Y'all calling them slaves. And like I said, all shades been through it. They're basically harvesting your soul and your energy and selling it to, other planets, building other worlds with y'all's DNA. And y'all get upset and get mad over this mess, and then y'all allow these conscious Muppets to put inside of y'all's world the lies, the illusion, things that didn't exist. It's like, they use this illusion money with the spell behind it, and y'all basically, you're basically buying the spells. You're buying the poison. And when you was like, in this illusion skull, because some of y'all got tied this mess in the illusion skull. I always thought it was a bunch of mess. The cowboys and Indian stories and all of that. I always thought it was a bunch of mess. That's just me. And it set so many people backwards. Some of y'all earthling backwards. They had y'all taking a test. And, there was nothing but a bunch of lies, the true and false questions. And y'all answered, y'all basically pledged and said it was true. And you didn't actually see that. So that's basically lying to yourself because you don't really know. You wasn't there. Some of y'all wasn't there. And y'all get upset. That's the reason why I say the slave stories to me was a bunch of mess. They said for decades they set up different types of stories. Like the Holocaust. Y'all call it Holocaust. I call it Holocaust. Whatever y'all call it. To me, them stories was just, to me, it was just a bunch of mess. So some of y'all hypnotize your own self. So when it comes to, you got these Muppets up here saying we was fighting for freedom and all of that stuff. The mess didn't, it never existed. So, these photos and different things, these paintings, and like I said, and I did a video on this before, I said this is what I think on a spiritual level. Certain bloodlines wanted to destroy some of y'all earthlings because, like I said, you got crystals and gold in your blood. It's special. You can go through different worlds and different dimensions. You can build certain things. So, certain beings that's the same shade as us was destroying it, and certain beings are the same shade as us and put other shades up there to make y'all think they was running things, but they really wasn't running things. They wasn't really running things. And they want y'all to think that. So the generation before us had to struggle because they wasn't on that high frequency. That's the reason why they put certain things in the food and stuff to have y'all on that low frequency. They studied these beings They experiment on y'all earthlings. They know your body better than than y'all do. And you get sick and all of that stuff. What the first thing you do? You know what I'm saying? We all been there. We all been there. You went to the doctor. I won't go to the doctor no more. I don't trust anyone when it comes to my physical body. They, pardon me, they've been programming y'all lies, confusion, distractions for decades. And some of y'all still, you allow it. You destroy yourself. Some of y'all never really sit back and really think, like, okay, these stories is a bunch of mess, these slave stories. You don't have photo and proof that the generation before y'all, that they was actually in chains and stuff like that. They put it on social media and different books and stuff, the books of spells and different other things, and was giving each other subliminal messages. And I said, I think that when it comes to the so-called slaves, there's no such thing. The souls, when it came to souls that's trapped in a physical body, they was harvesting their souls and robbing their resources and lands and certain connections, like the trees and the water and certain things that, some of us, like, and I said that the trees are a bloodline, and we connect with many other things. Like, doesn't have to be the trees. It could be other things out there, plants, flowers, this a lot of things we supposed to connect with, and certain beings didn't want us to connect with certain things, so they want to destroy certain things and create certain things so they could control your energy. So to me, I feel like you're being disrespectful to some of your relatives, and some of your relatives could have been negative in the past, and it's catching up with some of y'all. Some of the things that they pledge and connected with. That's why certain things, like, is basically off balance. Like when you came out that portal, certain things, they connected with the wrong type of beings. They played them just like y'all getting played now. And that low frequency is so strong, and it's still going on, this been going on for decades. Y'all get into y'all's feelings about certain words and stuff. Y'all get mad, and I don't like using this word. Y'all get mad at the word nigga, and then but y'all calling each other coons and all of that stuff. And the Muppets program y'all with that. To me, that's negative. Them type of words, and I don't use them words. I'll say it in a sentence to make my point. But y'all, some of y'all destroying yourself because you allowing this illusion to destroy you, like the slave stories and different other things. Like to me, all of these stories was a bunch of mess, and they was giving each other subliminal messages. That's some of y'all couldn't decode, didn't see. So y'all are getting y'all's feelings, and y'all think y'all slaves. Y'all think that our shade basically was like, on a low frequency. It's like y'all take time out to debate and argue over the illusion. The slave stories, to me, that was a bunch of mess. It was just going over there to other planets, countries, robbing their resources and experimenting on them, and to create certain things in lower realms. That's just my opinion, and that's just how I feel. And I did this on a spiritual level. Just like the religion. To me, the religion, that was a bunch of mess. You know, and y'all were quick to say, oh, research this and that. How about y'all turn up your frequency? Forget all that research and stuff. Forget all of that mess. Why don't you turn up your frequency? Y'all going by, and like, to the religion individuals out there, y'all taking someone else's word instead of thinking for yourself. You know, we're supposed to, these beings that messed up y'all on so many different levels, because we're supposed to connect with like the animals. We're supposed to understand what they're saying and what they're speaking, and we supposed to be on that frequency. But they separate that. I feel like animals are supposed to do what they are doing. Like to me, I feel like it's okay to help them, but I feel like you're not supposed to be like living with animals. It's okay to help them and let them do their thing, just like we're supposed to do our thing. That's just my opinion. But they telling you, oh, you got y'all like having animals like in dog collars and stuff. Like, to me that's programming. Like, having them on chains and walking them and stuff like that, or have birds trapped into cages and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that stuff is. I'm not feeling that. I feel like we're supposed to connect, and and I felt like a long time ago we had that connection, and certain beings came and destroyed it all. That's just how I feel. And then some of us, we still have that connection with certain animals. We have that connection. But this system is about to fall, and some of y'all gonna get trapped on so many different levels. Some of y'all gonna get stuck in the past, like you are now. And that slave, like I said, that's a programming word. That's like a low frequency. So I feel like y'all disrespecting some of your relatives. And some of your relatives pledged to certain things, and the curse followed y'all. And it's up to you to break that. And it's like with the energy and stuff like that. There's certain beings, and I'm gonna do a video on this. This video is gonna take it to another level, but I'm gonna give y'all a little preview. Y'all see these poles out here, and the power lines and the telephone poles and stuff. There's energy. Some of your relatives' energy, they're still trapped in there. There's a reason why they have graveyards. How come y'all can't bury your loved ones in a backyard? How come you got to pay for them to get buried? And insurance and all of that stuff. There's a reason why. And I'm just giving y'all a preview. This is something so y'all can think about. Because I'm going to take y'all to another level and take y'all off of this realm with that one. But there's certain energy that's trapped inside of this illusion to confuse y'all. So the stuff that y'all see, some of y'all in this illusion school that y'all call it school and go to colleges and get your little degrees. Y'all getting your degrees in the illusion, different types of stories. They train they train y'all how to work for the corporations, and certain individuals got to basically plug in with a certain society group, a different being that's not connected with us, and twist their mind and tell them certain things to hold y'all back. It's already inside of us. What we could control our situation. We can make things balance and break certain spells. But I want to give y'all that. I'm gonna do a video on certain souls being trapped in this illusion, and that's gonna take it to another level. I know I was a little all over the place, but y'all feel my signals though. Y'all feel them. What? Did somebody say something?